What's going on, man? I just saw Uncut Gems last night, starring Adam Sandler and Lakeith Stanfield. First of all, we know for a minute that Adam Sandler's movies have not been doing too well. He doesn't have it like he didn't have it like he used to. People were making fun of that, and I personally was losing interest in his movies. Yeah, he was making some bad decisions. He wasn't doing it. There was one movie on Netflix that was hilarious, but it wasn't the same. It just wasn't the same, man. So, coming from that mindset, trying to see this movie, which from the trailer it looked completely different from what he usually goes for, could be pretty good for a change, and it's rated R, which I think is the good direction for him. So, saying all that, the positive parts of this movie. This movie is crazy. It's based on a true story by a guy named Howard. I almost said Stern. The last name will pop up at the bottom of the screen. He owns a jewelry store, a pawn shop, someone of that order. He also has a gambling problem. He has a gambling problem. And he's just dealing. Pretty much, the good parts of this, it was so, I don't know if surreal is the right word, but it made me feel like I was going through everything with him. It almost felt like it was not a movie. It felt like I was holding the camera and I was following Adam Sandler's character through the whole movie. Well, certain parts, I don't think I wanted to follow him through that. You'll see when you see the movie. But for the most part, everything just was happening all so fast. And then, well, so to speak. And we'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, but it felt like one of those old school movies from back in the day, directed by Larry Clark, the famous guy who the director who was famous for directing Kids. Crazy movie, very controversial for its time. If you haven't seen it, youngsters, go see that. Download that movie. Download Kids right now. It will rock your mind. Yeah. Besides that, yeah, it felt like one of those kind of old type of 90s type movies. The plot, it was not really a plot. It was a plot, but it just felt like everything was really happening. Everything was really going on right then and there, and it worked. It worked. You know what I'm saying? It's good to see Adam Sandler do a rated R role, and he jumped into that very well. He was kind of in an environment, a hip hop type of environment, because most of his clients or so have you, customers, were black, and so he was involved in that culture, and that was a change of pace for your usual Adam Sandler fans, which was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. It was just crazy. The movie was just so crazy. I like movies like that. It keeps you on your toes. Now, let's get into the bad parts about this movie. There were certain parts of the movie where things would happen or conspire, and it would just drag, or there would be no dialogue at all. No kind of, I mean, or just it's just like long pauses, and I could feel myself start to doze off, and I wish they would stop doing that throughout the whole movie. I wish I was like, please get on with the movie, stop that, say something, don't just stare at each other for like 15 minutes long. Don't just get on with the show. That would annoy me. It was why I fell asleep. Some parts I wish I hadn't fell asleep at, but I saw most of the movie. I saw the whole what was important. Trust me. But I had to fight that Sandman. I had to fight the Sandman. All right, it was horrible for that part. Yeah, I mean that pretty much was the bad part of the movie. And there was some things that took place within the movie that didn't make any sense, or you would wonder why would they choose the plot for this scene the way they did. Why would you do this? Why would you do that? Why would you make that decision? It didn't make any. It was not rational, and I don't know if that was just what really happened in real life because it's based on a true story, or what. But it had people scratching their heads when the movie was over. I can't say why, of course, but people were just scratching their heads like, "What? What happened?" I'm debating going to watch it again so that I can be fully awake, and I might have a different aspect of the movie that might or might not happen. Well, we shall see. But I'm gonna tell you right now. It's getting a hell yeah. I like movies like this. Like I said, the movie Kids came to mind when I saw this. It's just so surreal. I'm going to find out if I'm using that word right. But like I always say, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll be back with so much more. Trust that.